everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and tonight is night 2 of Christmas in July, so welcome. If you're seeing this part, more than likely you're going to be watching the replay, so just hashtag replay, let me know you stopped by. I would greatly appreciate it. When you hop on, say hey, let me know where you're watching from. Trying to get this keyword set up. I don't know if my computer is going to work. All right, keyword tonight has been set up. Let me hop over to Facebook. Let me switch over to myself really best. Say hey when you hop on. If you're watching the replay, you can fast forward through this part to the actual project. Let me share this. Hi, Ann. I'm going to share this into my free VIP group. I have specials, deals, giveaways, insider information over there. So if you're not a part of that group, just type VIP into the comments so you get the link messaged to you with that. All right, let me... All right, hi, Nancy. All right. So I'm going to be looking at my comments over here because my phone is backwards. But make sure when you hop on, you say hello, you comment, you share, you heart this video. Tonight we are going to give away, some of the pieces have moved around, but this cute little ornament. It's a hot chocolate mug with a little gingerbread. He's so cute. So we're going to give this away tonight. So make sure you are commenting, you share, and you heart this video. And I have a fan right there. I'm like, if I'm putting on a sweatshirt, I have to have my hair up and I have to have a fan on. So I'm not hot right this moment. But tonight we are going to do one of my husband's Etsy cutouts. And I already sort of have it disassembled. I didn't want you guys, if you've looked on Etsy, you've already seen it, but not completed, but I didn't want to have it like laying all together. So we're going to complete this. Hi, Kimberly, how are you? All right, let me move this stuff a little bit so I can move my computer. All right, we are going to paint a barn. And so I'm actually going to start with these pieces up here that go on the roof because we're going to make these snowy, and so I want to paint these first so we can put some hot glue on here to make it look more like snow. So I'm going to use my Waverly Snow White. Hi Ann, how are you? All right, so let me get... So I'm not sure, I know some of you, for some reason, when you used the keyword last night, you didn't get the Etsy link. I'm not sure why. So today's keyword is just Tuesday, to keep it simple. Tuesday is the keyword. If someone could type that and then tell me if, when you get that message, if the link to Etsy is in there and working. And then we're gonna paint, just gonna start painting. So I'm gonna use this Waverly Snow White, and we're going to paint the little white part that's going to go up here on the barn. And you guys, today is the last day on my Chalk DIY website for the retirement sale, and they're also, they didn't tell us this, I didn't find this out till today, they are also throwing in random packages. Random orders are going to get past color of the month paste that they had reserved. So you might, if you place an order today, you might be one of the lucky people to get a past retired color of the month absolutely free added into your order. And today is the last day for the retirement sale. So go check that out. Also, today they added the Snowman Porch Leaner. It's a seasonal porch leaner for your porch or inside, and it's a snowman, and so you can like build a snowman and paint him. Now that came out today. it wasn't here when we had our launch a couple Tuesdays ago. So you can go grab that. And what is so cool about that snowman is you just paint him. You don't need any kind of transfers for him unless you want to. Like his cute little hat, you could absolutely, hey Debbie, you can absolutely, like on the snowman porch cleaner's hat, you can use a chalk transfer if you want to, but there's no like specific transfer that you have to use for him. So you can just buy the porch cleaner and paint him. All right, so we're just painting these snow caps first because we are gonna put some snow on there. So I wanted to make sure I did this first. But tonight's keyword is Tuesday. So somebody let me know if that is working and the Etsy link is on there. I would greatly appreciate it. And we're just gonna paint this cute barn cutout from, like I said, my husband's Etsy shop. And if you use the word Tuesday in the comments, you're gonna get that private message with the keyword or with a code for Etsy to save 30% off their Christmas in July. You're still in North Carolina. I hope you're having an amazing time with your family. All right, so I'm just giving this a couple coats. And then we are gonna dry this really fast because I need to put some hot glue on there and get them dry. So the hot glue can harden. So I'm gonna dry these really fast. And so this Christmas barn is so cute. Wait till you see it. It can have votives behind it and light up the cute little windows. So you guys, let me know what you did today, if you had a good day. But make sure you share this if you can. That helps people find us. And if you comment, it helps people find us as well. And then we're going to give away, since it's cutout night, we're going to give away this ornament. Even on the replay, so make sure you're commenting. You guys know I like to use Waverly chalk paint. I just love the way it works. It dries fast. I usually only have to do like one kind of coat. So I'm gonna use hot glue on here because I want to make like snow on here. And so I want to do this first so it hardens. You could also use fake snow. You can get some on Amazon. And I had some, but I didn't have enough. So I'm just going to use hot glue. And this is an easy way to make some snow on here without having to buy any fancy stuff. Hi Sharon, thank you. I'm like, if I'm wearing a sweatshirt, I cannot have my hair down. I'm gonna die, and I have a fan on right next to me. Okay, so I just made some fake snow on there, and we're gonna put some white glitter on here to make it look like sparkly snow. So hopefully it works. You cleaned and organized. Hi Jane, how are you today? All right, let me get this. So this is just white, extra fine crystal diamond glitter. And we're gonna put it on here to make it look like snow. Like I said, you can buy the little fake snow off Amazon. It comes in a little jar, and it does take a while to dry, and so it is much quicker to do this hot glue method. You're trying to buy this on Etsy, but the coupon isn't working. I'm sure it's me. Any advice? I'm not sure, but I will tell you what, the little top just closed. I will put the actual link right here in just a second, and the link that I'll put here should automatically give you the discount without having the code. Let me try that, okay? And then I'm just gonna move this up here. I don't wanna get glitter all over. I wanna move my barn back. So let me see, let me go to his Etsy shop. There is an actual link. All right, let me copy this link, come back to Facebook, and in the comments, I'm going to put the actual link, and this link has the code at the end, so it automatically should give you that discount for the Christmas in July. It's only good for the Christmas in July, so let me give you the actual link. Well, no, I can't do that. So if you use that link that I just put there, you're going to want to go to the Christmas in July section. The discount is only good for that section, but that link, I don't know if it will take you right to that section or not, but there you go. If you use that link, it's got the code attached to it, so you should, anything you put in your cart from Christmas in July, you'll get that percentage. Hopefully that helps. You couldn't find where even to use it when paying on PayPal. But Jane, you ended up finding it, right? Or no? Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna put an option in my cart, and then I'm gonna push add to cart. I can't buy my own item, sorry. So I can't do that. But there should be, when you go to checkout with the payment, you should be able to find the little place. When you go to checkout, it will say discount and it will show there. It should. If for some reason it doesn't, we will look at them and we'll know if you're buying Christmas in July and you are on here, we can refund you the 30% if that's the case. Not sure why. Sometimes technology. All right, so I need to paint these. I'm not going to paint that one. Well, actually, I'll just paint it. But I have to get, now I have glitter all over. But if you guys need help, just send me a message and we'll get it straightened out. But when you go to checkout, it should say apply discount code. All right, so now we're gonna paint these. We need these to be white as well. Thank you, who is ever saying you have to enter it before you go to PayPal. Thank you, thank you. All right, we're gonna paint these. These are the snowbanks. But like I said, if you put your order in and when you get your confirmation email, if you don't see where it says discount applied, just send us a message. You can message me or you can message my husband through Etsy. All right, so these are the snowbanks. Actually, yeah, this one I want, this is gonna be the top, so I wanna make sure we get some snow on this one as well. I think this barn is going to be super cute. I know I have been on websites before and they're like, enter this code, and I'm like, I have no idea where to enter that code. I can't find it. It can be tricky, but it's there. Where? And today's keyword is Tuesday, And if you put Tuesday in the comments, you'll get that private message to you right here on Facebook through your messenger, and it will have the code, it will have links to everything. All right, so these are sort of going to be stacked on top of each other. And so if you get this barn kit, you can come back here and watch the video how to put it together. And we will also, we put all of these videos that I do here on this page, I do put on YouTube, because Facebook deletes our videos after 30 days. So if you are looking for a video and you can't find it here, it's probably been deleted. So just go to YouTube to try to find it. All right, so we're going to do the same thing and put some glue on here. And I think I am done with my white. So we're going to go ahead. This is going to be the top one. I'm going to use this. Thank you for sprinkling. If you guys could sprinkle, comment, heart this video. We're giving away a cutout tonight. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to put some hot glue on here to make like a snowbank. And so if you're going to do this with the hot glue to make the snow, I recommend doing it first, so the hot glue and everything can harden before you want to put everything together. And then we're going to put some more glitter on this one. So this is just a white, extra fine glitter. I usually put it over a plate, but I forgot to do that. Okay. Let's paint the barn. We're going to do this in crimson. Actually, I'm going to do that last because it's going to be big. Okay, so I'm going to paint my windows, and I'm going to use Waverly and Truffle. Thank you, Sharon. I made this last year, you guys. It was a reel. I don't know if they've deleted the reels or not, but it was a reel, and I actually used one of our tea towels that we sell on my website. I used a tea towel, and I inked the tea towel, and then I heat set it with my iron or my heat press. And then I used a fabric glue and put it on the sweatshirt. And it's got like a little frayed edge, and I love it. I love the look. So if you guys grab a tea towel from my website or grab one at the store, you can do something like this as well. Thank you, Donna, for sprinkling. Okay, I'm using truffle, and I always take off the paint so it doesn't go over the side. I don't want a whole bunch of paint like dripping. A little makeup sponge would work really well for these smaller pieces as well. I challenged myself not to go buy any craft stuff, so I'm just using what I have. So I'm using paint brushes, but little sponges will work really well for this. Hi, Julie, how are you today? But if you are a painter and you paint, I'm sure that you have your techniques, you have your favorite brushes, sponges, paint, all of that. And I'm just here to give ideas. You definitely do not have to do everything like I do. I am not a professional. I have self-taught myself, and I am sure that it's not all correct. All right, I think, nope, I need to paint the roof, the little peaks as well. Welcome, welcome. If you just hopped on, hello, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it so, so much. Make sure you're commenting. We're going to give away some of the pieces shifted, but here is a giant ornament, and this is what we're giving away tonight. And after this live, I need to pick a winner. I will have someone that's here in the house pick a winner for last night's Happy Mail of the cute little tumbler. And then tonight we're giving away that cutout. I thought it would be cute to give away a cutout since we're doing a cutout. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you, Julie. All right, so this is Waverly Truffle. And I told you guys the other day, my Walmart lowered the prices of our Waverly paint. It used to be like $9 for one. Thank you, Sharon. I got my cute little Santa hat. I thought since I'm wearing Santa, I'm gonna wear my Santa hat earrings instead of, last night I wore my elf earrings. I actually got these earrings at a local vendor fair last year. So I don't even remember who I bought them from. I don't like, but they're cute little Santa hats. I think they're adorable. Okay. I think that is all of the brown. Okay, so now I'm going to move to moss. We're going to use Waverly moss for the trees and the little wreath. So Waverly moss. And even though these are going to cover these, I am going to paint them just in case. But does anyone love, like, what is your favorite holiday? Christmas? Well, I love to decorate for Christmas. Like, I have so much Christmas decor, but I really love decorating for fall too, but I guess Christmas would probably be my favorite. So what is your favorite holiday? Not necessarily like the one you decorate for the most or whatever, but what one do you love the most? Let me know. No, Noni, I'm sorry. You guys, I don't even want to say it, but I've had little headaches, but I haven't had to take my migraine medicine. Fall and Christmas, Nancy? Yeah, same. Christmas is your favorite, Pat? Same. The other night, well, you guys, we're going to be a little honest here. I had a bad day. I even took a nap because I was just in a mood. I sort of felt numb, very sad. I almost did not come on live. I was going to pre-record this and I forced myself to get here. But the other day I was in such a sad mood and I was just like, I'm not even going to decorate for the holidays. I just feel like we can't catch a break, and even if I decorate for the holidays, it will probably look a lot different this year. And we love the autumn season. I love the weather of the autumn season, not necessarily North Carolina autumn, but I love fall. Love it. I love the leaves. We did not have the changing leaves in California, and I love it. Okay, I think, nope, I gotta paint the wreath really quick. You guys can see this is a very easy paint. So we're gonna switch back and forth. Tomorrow night we are going to do a chalk project, and then the next night we'll do another cutout project. And so I'm just using a piece of cardboard that came in an order, and then I use masking tape to hold everything down. It's just easier so I don't get paint all over my fingers, and I think that's going to be all of the green. But tonight's keyword is Tuesday, and also chalk on my chalk website. Now I'm going to switch to crimson. We're going to paint the barn, and we're going to paint this little, I'm trying, thank you for the prayers. I know, I keep telling myself, like I tried to start out positive, right? And by the end of the day, especially when my husband doesn't get any calls for interviews or any leads for a job, I just start to feel like my mood disappeared. My good mood disappeared. I really tried really hard. And then I don't want to say anything because I don't want to upset him, because I know it's even harder for him. All right, so I'm painting this little bow. Yes, Pat, where we lived in California, Monterey Bay, we didn't really have the seasonal change. We definitely didn't have the leaves that changed. And so I grew up in upstate New York, where we would always drive into the mountains and look at the changing leaves and all that stuff, and it was so pretty, and that was something I missed so much by living in California and in Nevada. Okay, we are going to paint the barn now, and we're going to use crimson red, and I need to dry this a little bit with my hair dryer because I rinsed it so it wouldn't be like totally dry, but now I like them to be a little moist. It helps spread it out a little bit better, and also you can see some of the detail. Oh, Bridget, thank you. We needed that. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Jane, I hardly have on any makeup, but thank you. You guys are so sweet. My face is tan, so I haven't been putting on like any foundation or anything like that. A little bit of blush, and I put on a little bit of eye makeup for you guys. But I was like, I want to wear this sweatshirt, so I'm definitely not having my hair down. It is way too hot. So, like I said, I like these to be a little damp, a little bit of moisture. It just helps spread everything a little bit better. And the details, it helps you to see a little bit more as well. The details are all scored on, so it has like a little bit of an indent. If you don't want to see the lines of the barn, you can paint it heavy. If you want to draw the lines on with a marker or a paint pen, you absolutely can. So I'm just going to use this crimson. And has anyone used, I know a few of you had said that you got one of these mats. Have you guys used it yet? It cleans up really well, and it protects your desk. I told you guys I wish I would have got the bigger one. All right, so I'm definitely gonna hold this up and show you how it is. You can still see the lines, and that is also why I like to take the paint off the brush and the sponge a little bit so it doesn't fill in the lines as much. You guys can see fast and easy. I love using these sponges. All right, so you guys, I think we're almost all done painting. So I'm going to hold this up, and you guys can see, hopefully you can see, I really don't know where I am holding this because my phone is backwards. You can see the lines on the barn still. Love it. If you want them like covered up more, use more paint. I'm going to stick that in my water. All right, I think we're all done. I'm actually going to use, let me move this over. All right, I'm going to put, so this wreath has little berry dots. So and it's already dry, so I'm going to take the end of a paintbrush here. Actually, I'm gonna find a little tool here that I have. Actually, I don't know. I actually don't even know where it is. It's, oh, actually, it's in here. Where are you? Well, I was going to use one of my chalk tools, but I'm just going to use the end of the paintbrush to do the little berries. So I'm just going to dip my brush in the paint, and then I'm going to use the end of it to do these little berries. So there's marks where the berries are. You can put them on however you want. If you want to use like a little chalk marker, you can absolutely do that. You just want to paint them in, use the end of your paintbrush. It works really well. It's like the perfect size. Making sure I didn't turn off my glue gun. So if you order on my DIY website today, they are putting random orders are getting a past color of the month jar of paste absolutely free today in random orders. The snowman porch leaner came out today. And then today the sale ends. Today is the last day for the retirement sale. And then we actually started a Christmas in July sale on my DIY website. And that is 25 to 50% off duos. So there Chalk has paired like 2 of something, and you get 25 to 50% off. Thank you. You guys are so amazing. Thank you. It has been so rough, but you guys have helped us tremendously, more than you know. Okay, so it's like time to put everything together. I do want to put, let me see. I don't have a black. I got my chalk markers out, and then I just realized I don't have black in there, but I do have a Sharpie. I'm going to use this extra fine Sharpie, hopefully it works, to make this bow. I want to put like some lines around this bow in the middle. Okay, I'll show you what I did. I don't know where I'm holding this because it's the back of my phone, but the middle of the bow, I just put some little lines to give it a little more detail. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, but we are going to dry everything now and put everything together. So, hopefully this, okay, so these are dry. That one has a lot of glitter. Okay. But you guys, this barn actually stands up and it has windows here. You can put, if you have acrylic, you can put a little piece of acrylic if you want to enclose the windows. But we're going to put some votives behind here, and it's actually going to stand up as well. And I do have, I forgot about this. I do have this little Christmas sign, so I need to figure out, I think I'm going to paint it white. I want the Merry Christmas to show. I was going to leave it plain, but I think I'm going to paint it. Oh my gosh, I just got glitter everywhere. Sorry, Chris. When you go to mail your eBay stuff, if you're watching, you're going to have glitter all over it. Oops. Oopsie. There's glitter all over my computer, all over my desk. Oops. 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 Well, they'll just get a little extra surprise, right? Okay. Thank you, Sharon, so much. All right, you guys, let me know, I'm thinking I'm going to paint this white, or should I just leave it as is? Let me know. Should I paint this white? Sorry, Chris, like it's everywhere. Oopsie. Paint this or leave it? Let me know. And we're gonna start putting everything together. Glitter makes it better. Well, there's lots of glitter. Definitely lots of glitter. All right, so this is gonna go here. So it has little marks, leave as is. That is what I was going for, but you guys, once we get this on here, you guys let me know. So I'm gonna glue these. You guys know I don't like to use hot glue for this, but like I said, I am trying not to buy anything, so I'm just gonna use what I have, and hot glue it is. I don't like to use hot glue on this stuff because it's thick and it doesn't lay completely flat. So I like to use wood glue, super glue, and I need something that's gonna dry fast on my lives for you guys. But it's all your personal preference, what you use. Okay, Sharon, dry brush with white. So that's what I was either gonna leave it plain or do something like that. Because I want to make sure that I can see the Merry Christmas that is on there. All right, so I love it so far. So this is what we have so far. And then, so this one, you have 3 layers. So this one that is cut out, it is what is going to go under the barn piece, okay? So it's gonna go right up under the door. So the piece that is like, has a little indent in it is gonna go right under there. You guys, this is gonna be so stinking cute. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so far, and I don't like using hot glue because you have all these little spider webs and I hate them. They're annoying. All right, so now we are going to put this one, okay? We're gonna put this one down. So I'm actually and you can see I didn't have to paint these, but I did just in case it happened to show. I wanted to go ahead and paint them all. And I'm gonna put everything with glitter on last. But this, you guys can see, the lines on the trees, and that is also why I take as much of the paint off my brushes as possible, or my sponges, so you can see the scored details. And everyone that buys any of the Christmas in July off my husband's Etsy shop is going to get a free ornament with their order as well. Guys, let me know what you think so far. I love it. It is coming together so good. All right, so we're going to take these little roof pieces and we're going to glue these on. I'm trying to flatten out my glue a little bit too. And these colors are so pretty. I love the moss. The green is just so pretty. All right, Now, you guys, I didn't even look at the picture. I need to look at the picture. Oh my gosh, everything, my computer is covered with glitter, but I want to look at the picture on Etsy. Okay, I see now. I wasn't sure exactly how it went. So that is supposed to go like there. And then, oh wait, what is first? Yeah, the sign is first. Okay, wait. Goes up there. Okay. So I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it's wherever you want. But in the picture, that is up there. This is here. But it would even be cute if you put that down there. I mean, you can do whatever. But I'm going to glue a little bow onto the wreath. And then I'm going to glue that right above the door in the middle. And then I need to dry brush Okay, I'm going to do this really fast, but I don't want to put on the snow till the very end so we get glitter everywhere. I don't want to get glitter everywhere. But tonight, it keeps getting cuter. Thank you. Tonight's keyword is Tuesday. Since it's Tuesday, all right, I'm going to, I don't have, I'm gonna have to use, I don't have a napkin right here, so I'm just gonna use my cardboard and try to get off all the extra. I just took what was in my cap, and then I'm gonna just, I want to make sure we see the Merry Christmas. So I do not want a lot of paint on this brush at all. I do want a little more on the edges, if I can get it. Okay, so you can still see it, but it gives it a little bit, all right, so I'm going to see if I can get some of these glue webs off here. There's one right through that window. All right, let's glue that on there. Love that we dry brushed it, but it totally would have looked cute plain as well. So we're just gonna put this right up there. All right. Now we're gonna do the messy part. Hi, Donna. We're gonna do the messy part. We are gonna dump the glitter off the snowbank. So you guys can see, I will post a picture to you so you can see this a little bit better. This is gonna go right here. Oh, Sharon, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? All right, so I just need to dump all, sorry I said I usually use a plate, but I forgot one. So, there's glitter all over there. He'll forgive me. Okay. So now we're going to glue these on. Everyone that, when he does his eBay or his Etsy shipping, everyone is going to have glitter all over their stuff, and they're going to be like, what? Why is there glitter everywhere? Let me see. I think those go like that. Isn't it so cute? I think it's adorable. But we're still not done, you guys. Still not done. All right, let's see. I'm afraid to use my hairdryer to get away the glue strings because I'm still afraid some glitter will fly away. But let's get rid of them. Oh, that works amazing. All right. So let me hold this up, but like I said, we're still not completely done with it. I love it, you guys. It is so stinking cute. Okay, so it is going to come with these pieces. You probably want to paint these. It is up to you. But they're going to go over here. This. So let me see. So these go like this, and you're going to glue it onto the back of here because it's going to help it stand. Yeah, so it's going to go like that. So I'm going to glue these right to the corner, right to the edge. So it can stand up. If you don't want it to stand up, you do not have to do this part. It is totally up to you. But I'm actually going to put some glue down in there. So this you want right on the edge, right on the bottom and right on the edge. And it's going to help it stand, if you want it to stand. So, look at how cute. All right, so I grabbed these. I've had these, so I did not go out and buy these because I'm not buying anything. I had these, so I just went and found them, and these are LED, and so I didn't have to buy any batteries to put in here. And so I'm just going to pull, they have a little thing, you pull it, and then you can put it behind it. I'm going to see, it has different settings, maybe not. I guess it just has one setting. So you can put these behind. I know it's probably, you probably can't tell. Let me turn off the light really quick. I'll have to turn off my ring light too, so you guys can see. Look at how cute. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I think it's adorable. So these actually are a really good height, I think, for that. So these obviously came from the Dollar Tree. And so it will stand like this. You can put those behind it. Do not use real candles. I know I don't have to tell you guys that, but you know, I did have somebody comment once on something I made, and So I'm just telling you, don't use real candles. Someone told me it was a bad idea because of candles, and I'm like, they're not real. Do not use real candles. Isn't it cute? I love it. It is so stinking cute. But like I said, you could absolutely, if you want to put like a little piece of acrylic here, you absolutely can. The Dollar Tree sells little acrylic sheets. I don't know how hard it is to cut acrylic. I've never worked with acrylic, like cutting it, but they do sell little sheets. Yes, do what Chris says. Isn't it cute? I love it, you guys. It is so stinking cute. So there is our Christmas tree barn. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. I almost didn't come on. I almost pre-recorded this, but I was like, no, they're going to help me get out of my mood. So thank you guys. You're so sweet. Thank you for joining me. Do me a favor. Type the word Tuesday into the comments. That's today's keyword. You'll get my husband's Etsy link. I did put the actual link because I know some of you could not find where to put the code in when you checked out. There is a code in today's message that will get you 30% off just the Christmas and July stuff that is on his Etsy shop. Nothing else is on sale, just Christmas and July. And that code is good through the 31st, but I did put the actual link right here. But again, when you go to that link, you're going to want to click on Christmas and July to get to the Christmas and July stuff. And then it's good through the 31st, and then after the 31st, all the Christmas and July stuff is going to disappear for a couple months, and then it will come back at retail. So if you don't grab it now, you're not going to be able to grab it for a couple months. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me. If you have any Etsy questions, there is a message button on Etsy, and you can message my husband at any time. But I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Bye.